Obviously got on pretty well with the refs afterwards because I had to, because obviously the serve I'd give them on the field. So, you know, having a beer with most of them after the game, realised, you know, they're great men and it's just great to be involved in the game still. And especially in New Zealand, it was sort of a way of hoping to get more players involved in refereeing. And, you know, I think there's been a bit of interest in that, and hopefully we get more players turning into referees.
Was it always an ambition? Had, you know, even when you were playing, in the midst of your playing career, had you always had like a little eye on it?
Yeah, I had, yeah, when I was playing with the Chiefs back in New Zealand, sort of my second to last year, it was something I looked at really and thought, well, it's not a bad way to stay within the game. And then 6 years over here in England and did a little bit over here with David Rose and the RFU, and it was really good, you know. So I put a proposal to New Zealand and they took it on board, and you know, and here I am now.
Not many ex-players from the professional era have gone into refereeing. Is it something you'd encourage?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I think the first question is, as you said, why the hell are you doing it? And I get that all the time from players. Now it's more, well, how's it going? And you know, I think there's more guys actually interested in what the processes of actually getting in there, and that can only be good for the game and good for people involved. I think you know, the more players we get involved, doesn't mean it's going to make it a better referee. I just think it makes it better, you know, better people, and probably if you're seeing more players involved, hopefully, you know, the referees get liked more.
And I suppose, as one of the big advantages, of course, of being a very recent player, is it that you know what they're trying to do, both on the good side of the law and the bad side of the law?
Yeah, you know, I guess so. Going into the game, you know, obviously sort of triggers that you're trying to look for, but you know, the game's so quick, it's you certainly just have to have your referee hat on really than your ex-player one. So it might help a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, it's just, you've just got to be a referee.
Now, you were a number 10. How are you going to handle front rows, or how do you handle front rows? Because front rows normally give all referees a load of sticks so they don't know anything about it, but number 10s know nothing about front row play, do they?
Yeah, no, I've had a bit of stick about that, obviously, from a lot of front rows. Oh, look, I've done a fair bit of work with coaches and stuff like that about actually what goes on, and pretty much what I've got out of it, they don't know either. So it's obviously there's a few triggers you need to look at, and in terms of how scrums are going. So it's certainly a contentious area, but you know, one that I've been working pretty hard with.
How's the fitness levels compared between being a player and a referee these days? I guess it's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm probably fitter now as a referee. I mean, obviously we don't do all the heavy weight training and whatnot. I never did that anyway, but you know, I go to the gym quite a bit, but I suppose it's just a different sort of training. I mean, obviously we run a lot, sort of 8Ks a game, and we obviously don't have to tackle, so it's sort of lost a fair bit of weight, and you know, it's great. I mean, it's probably like I said, fitter than I was when I was playing, actually running, but yeah, try and lift a barbell, you're dreaming.
Number 10's obviously always under pressure. You're the decision makers. Referees, we've seen scrutiny now these days, cameras everywhere. Playing at a high level, an elite level, helps you in a way prepare for being scrutinised as a referee at an elite level.
No, simple answer. I mean, yeah, the biggest difference, I guess, when you're playing, people are wanting you to do something well, and you know, you strive to do something well, and you actually get good coverage when you do something well, and I guess if nothing happens to a referee in a game, that is doing something well. I mean, you know, you never get talked about that's a fantastic refereeing decision. You know, it's always on the negative side, which is I found that really hard. But it's, you know, it's a pretty tough sort of atmosphere really, and I guess in terms of how much media is involved now in rugby, how many replays, I mean, that's just the way we're going. So you know, I'm certainly not going to complain about it. That's just where rugby is now, and it's become a professional game. So it's just part of the stick really.
You refereed in the Junior World Championships. How did that help in your development?
Oh, it's a fantastic setup for any referee. I mean, refereeing is reasonably done by yourself. Obviously it's a couple of ARs, but we were in camp in South Africa for 4 weeks and building up to games, and you just learn from each other, and that was hugely benefit for me in terms of the other refs who'd been around and reffing for quite a bit, and the people involved, and obviously Lyndon, Paddy and the other selectors is fantastic to just learn from them, and to be based together for 4 weeks, I just learned a hell of a lot really. Building
up the air miles, I imagine that's one of the benefits of refereeing. You enjoying the travel aspect?
Yeah, obviously come back to England, London, where, you know, I lived for 6 years is fantastic. Yeah, we certainly do a lot of travelling. I mean, last year I think I was away 150 nights, and you know, as a player, that's probably you wouldn't get up there. So, yep, a lot of travelling. Do we always enjoy it? I mean, it depends where you go, I guess. So, yeah, it's good. It's good at the moment.
Okay, last question. What's the ambition then for the future? Presumably, you want it as a player to reach the elite levels, and for a referee, is it the World Cup final?
Oh, yeah, it's no different in terms of where you're at as a player, in terms of where you want to go. The difference, I guess, is that the All Blacks will probably always be in the World Cup final, so it's a little bit different. But you just want to go as far as you can and keep enjoying it, really. That's the main thing I always had with rugby, and it's exactly the same with refereeing. I just want to keep going and for as long as possible, enjoying what I do.
Well, the very best of luck, and thanks for spending a cold 10 minutes out here with us.
Thanks.